Welcome, everybody, to the call this evening. This is hosted by the Shift Network. My name is Dinan. I'm the founder of the Shift Network, and it really is an honor and distinct privilege to be introducing the call tonight and bringing you one of the people that I think has one of the most important messages for our time. Her name is Barbara Marx Hubbard. Obviously, if you are here, you're here for her. She's a futurist, a visionary. She's a catalyst for social evolution. I'll introduce her in a little more depth in a moment. Just wanted to first give you a sense for how the call will go tonight. We're going to have an hour on the phone. And during this hour, Barbara's really going to do her best to distill out some of the essential teachings, the sacred core of evolution. We're going to have about half of the call where she's just in teaching mode, just giving you the core elements that are most important and some practices that you can apply. Then we're going to have a little bit of time to talk about the upcoming course that she's going to be teaching starting tomorrow, which is very exciting. We'll have some time for a few questions, and then we're going to do something that we're going to do during the course, which is have one person come forward and do co-creativity with them, which will become more obvious. We'll also do a little breakout session so you can have groups of 4 and connect with each other, and then we'll have some time for some final important words of wisdom from Barbara at the end. So we're going to try to pack a lot into this hour. And what we want to do at the beginning here is also just get a feeling of moving out of the mode where we're just by ourselves at home and know that we're connecting to people all over the world who are joining this call tonight. We've had 2,500 people register for this call. There's a lot of excitement about what Barbara is teaching. So what I want to do, we're going to create groups of 2 here in just a second. And so this is a product of Maestro Conference, which allows us to do these kind of interactive breakout groups. So in a moment, when you're in a group of 2, I just want you to greet one other person in a really heartfelt, connective way. And in that way, we know that we're linking to people all over the world. And I'll just give you 15 seconds to greet one person, and then we'll switch, and we'll be back to the rest of the call. So you're now in groups of 2. You can greet one other person from your heart. Okay, well, that was just a taste, and beginning the weaving together of these many different people around the world, which is at the core of co-creativity, which is really at the heart of Barbara's message. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Barbara at a little more length. Bucky Fuller called her the best-informed human now alive regarding futurism and the foresights it has produced. She's widely regarded as his philosophical heir. She's been a social innovator, a speaker, an author. She's the president and executive director for the Foundation for Conscious Evolution. She's just always visioning out ahead of the curve. What is the next evolutionary leap that we need to make, both personally and collectively? Which she, even in 1984, made the bold step of putting her name in for nomination for the Vice President of the United States, and by calling for a peace room to be as sophisticated as our war room. So she's been a citizen diplomat. She's written books such as Conscious Evolution and Emergence, The Shift from Ego to Essence. And just from my heart, I just want to say that Barbara has been probably the single most loving and inspiring voice for me to really call forth my best and really give my gift. So Barbara, thank you so much for joining us and offering this gift here tonight.
Well, thank you, Stephen, for your contribution to the shift. It's not only the Shift Network that is a particular version of this, but it's actually the shift on planet Earth. And it's a most exciting time. You have invited me to do the sacred way of conscious evolution. And tonight we're going to focus on the sacred core of conscious evolution, the actual essence of it. And just to get started, I want to take a moment for people to tune into the actual miracle of the noosphere, the thinking layer of Earth that grew out of language and culture and consciousness and now technology, that we are actually connected right now, center with center and heart with heart, within a new field, as new as the biosphere once was. The noosphere is connecting us now. And let's just take a moment to breathe into the extraordinary opportunity that we have to connect our soul's essence with each other and the emerging social body that we are co-creating, and that we are calling forth out of this communion of pioneering souls, each of our own strength, our essential selves, our vocations of destiny, our participation in the evolution of our society and our world. And let us realize that it is through our intention that evolution is now occurring. It is not a neutral universe. Each of us is the universe in person, intending, expressing. So I would like to share my intention for this sacred way, that each person who is participating in this process is actually connected to the core of the spiral of evolution, to the core within themselves, to their divine destiny, ever more fully expressed within the emerging social body. And that this happens for me as well. That because of all of you, I am ever more connected to the whole social body now being born. Thank you so much for participating. I look forward to getting to know all of you as we develop the sacred core. And I see the sacred core as the new mainstream. You know, there's often the talk that people who are pioneers are alternatives to the mainstream. But if you look at the 13.7 billion years of evolution, what is the mainstream of that? The mainstream of that is when you hit a crisis, nature innovates and transforms. Since we are in a crisis, the mainstream in each of us and in society in general is that which is responding to the crisis, to innovate, transform, transcend, and increase our consciousness and our co-creativity. So I want us all to know as we go through this that we are literally activating the evolutionary core of the mainstream through our intentions. We know that we are born at the time of a crisis, which can be the birth of a co-creative universal humanity or our own devolution. We know that the problems we are facing on this planet are driving us to innovation, transformation, connectivity, and co-creativity. That therefore, within each of us, whatever crisis we're facing, whatever problems are presenting themselves to us in our personal lives, in our families, in our society, those crises are evolutionary drivers. They are activating within us what's emergent. And what I want to offer in this course is a sufficient depth of contact with the sacred core of the spiral within ourselves so that we can respond to the crisis and to the opportunities as co-creative humans. This is the greatest opportunity that humanity has ever faced, and we are in it together now. We are at the threshold of the first age of conscious evolution. And as we go through the course, we'll see that this is the evolution of evolution itself. We are the face of evolution. We are the 13.7 billion years of history of nature's capacity to transform, now becoming consciously, intentionally evolving.